Apparently, in France, it is illegal to get a paternity test outside of a court-sanctioned one.
This might come off as a shocker for some of you guys, but did you know paternity tests are illegal in France? Yep, you heard it right.
Because France is so worried about the repercussions to the family structure.
Turns out, in France, you can't just walk into a clinic and get a paternity test without the mom's consent. So, if a French father is curious about his biological connection to his child, he's got to have a conversation with the mother and get her on board. There's literally no other way. It's totally wild and doesn't seem to make much sense at first glance. I mean, why shouldn't a dad be able to confirm if a kid is his without jumping through hoops, right? And if a father is caught using paternity tests secretly in France or in any other country, he could face up to a year in jail and a $16,000 fine. Imagine this. Guys who didn't even father a child are still stuck paying for kids that aren't theirs. It's totally wild and can really mess with their hearts and their bank accounts. French officials think those at-home paternity test kits are like ticking time bombs, just waiting to blow up families. The law is all about keeping the peace because, let's be honest, many families would either end up breaking up or already have, if these tests were easy to get. Even today, popular at-home paternity tests like 23andMe are banned in France. That's mainly because 5 out of 10 men and 4 out of 10 women there admit to cheating. It turns out that they also have a pretty relaxed attitude toward infidelity. So the French government's logic is no paternity tests, no drama, protect family harmony, even if it means some dads are left in the dark. Take a local case in France, for example. Cornejo, a dad raising his 3 kids along with 2 of his brother's children. Last year, a deputy arrived with court papers from Texas claiming he had another child, a girl who was 15 or 16 at the time. Cornejo was floored. He had never heard of her before.
Very smart. Just a lot going on for us.
So he, his wife, and his ex-girlfriend from 16 years ago agreed on a DNA test. The results? Surprise, he's not the father. But the drama didn't end there. Cornejo's ex in the state of Texas still wanted child support money. Why the contradiction? DNA testing is often celebrated for serving justice. Yet in France, it's banned in paternity cases due to privacy and family dynamic concerns. The Tennessee Department of Human Services warns that a certain bill could jeopardize $52 million in federally matched dollars if passed, fearing it would breach federal regulations. But Representative Parkinson says U.S. Department of Human Services attorneys assured him the bill wouldn't affect state funding. Someone has to cover these kids' expenses, biological fathers or not. Local prosecutors say that refusing to comply could make people potential suspects who could be taken into custody. Men criticize women in these scenarios for staying silent about equality, which makes them look suspicious. And the verdict is, as usual, guilty. So, while the gender inequality is evident in this case, it's also quite unsure whether France will even lift this law up in the near future or not. After all, it's tied up with so many parts of the economy, finance, and keeping the overall peace in the country. But you can surely stay tuned for more updates on weird laws throughout the world. And don't forget to hit the subscription button and let us know about your thoughts in the comment section below.